Ultimately defeated Kell Brook. Kell.
Yeah.
Must be difficult to put into words, but try for us.
I'm devastated. You know, he obviously can punch, but you know, I expect him to be a bit bigger puncher. I think in the second round, I think he broke my eye socket, caught me with a shot. I think that he was catching me with his biggest shots, and I was starting to settle into the fight. You know, but I was seeing 3 or 4 of them out there, so it was hard to get through it. But I think that I was tricking him. His shots were coming underneath, and I was frustrating him. I was standing there at times. I was starting to settle into it, but when you see 3 or 4 of them, you know, it's hard to carry on.
Did you feel that you did hurt him at all? He said there that he wasn't ever hurt, but you caught him with an uppercut in the first round and a couple of other times as the fight wore on.
Believe me, I hurt him. You know, when you're in a fight, you can see every movement of a fighter, and I've seen his legs buckle a couple of times. I was starting to settle in. I'm not taking nothing away from Golovkin. You know, he's a scary champion. Nobody wants to fight him. I would fight him again. You know, I mean, this with the eye, you know, stop me coming forward. He's a great champion. I think that the fans, you know, I'm trying to get back to the fans, an amazing fight. I hope that they enjoyed the fight while it lasted. I wish I could go on, but when you see 5 of them, you don't know which one to hit. Hit the one in the middle, they said, but, you know, it started to get tough in there when you can't see, you know, against a great champion.
No, all credit to you. What about the weight issue? Do you believe that you are a middleweight, or do you believe that you're more of a super welterweight? Can you ever go back down to welterweight?
You know, we'll have to go to the... We'll have to go back to the drawing boards, get on the machines and see where I put a lot of muscle on. You know, I think I'd be more suited at 154 light middleweight. I think I'd be big, strong. I know that Canelo and Liam Smith are fighting next week. I'd love to fight the winner. You know, I think I've jumped up 2 weight divisions and boxed the man what everybody's running away of. And now we're ready to stand and fight with him. I'm starting to settle in, like I've just said. It weren't my night. I'm absolutely gutted because there were much, much more to come from me. I was just getting started, but I've seen 5 of them out there. I think I bust my eye socket.
Nobody knows better than your trainer, Dominic Ingle, and I presume you would have fought on regardless. Were you happy with the stoppage? Maybe phrase that wrong. You know, can you be angry at the stoppage?
I'm a warrior. I want to carry on, you know, but my team watching it from the outside, Dominic stood up. I was ready to fight on, you know. You have to kill me in here. Everybody knows that who trains with me. I was starting to come on, you know, I was starting to settle in. You see me stand with him at times. I was starting to get into the fight. We knew that the first 5 or 6 rounds were going to be very tough, and then we were going to start boxing and taking over, standing with him a little bit, wearing him, have a little war with him, and then go for a little walk and get the later rounds. But you have to talk to me, coach, about why you come up.
Dominic, your voice is gone. Okay, we'll bring in promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie, Dominic's voice has gone. He's struggling to speak there. Just a word on the courageous ability of let's try.
When you're in with Golovkin, taking too many shots.
Yeah. Eddie Hearn, a word on Kell. Tremendous effort. Where do you go now, and your thoughts on the fight?
Well, listen, you know, fans always want people to step up and fight the best, and Kell stepped up and fought the best. He was ahead on the scorecards, but at the end of the day, you know, his eye socket's gone and he's seeing 2 or 3 of them. He would fight all night, but the team, I know the fans want to see the fight go on as long as possible. But you know, you can't be fighting a guy like Golovkin when you can't even focus on the guy. So I think Kell deserves a huge amount of respect. I believe he's still one of the best fighters in the world. You know, no one else wants to fight Golovkin. He stepped up from welterweight to middleweight. You know, it wasn't just the middleweight fighting a middleweight. He wanted the big fights. No one wanted to fight him. And for 5 or 6 rounds, I think he's given Golovkin a hell of a fight there. And, you know, like I said, Mauricio Suleiman just told me he was ahead on the scorecards. I would have liked to have seen the fight go on. But, you know, you can't let fighters fight with injuries like that. But I think Kell Brook deserves a lot of respect.
And just a word. He wants Billy Joe Saunders next. The names that were mentioned in the build-up, the likes of James DeGale and Chris Eubank Jr., who you obviously promote. What about those fights?
Yeah, listen, I think he showed that Golovkin is human. You know, it was a great 5 or 6 rounds that he gave him. He told he could hit him. He gave him great angles, but in the end, the power caught up. It damaged him. And Golovkin's a very, very strong man. And you know, that fight was going to go into deep waters. I know you wanted to see it, but also you've got a guy whose health's at stake as well. So Kell Brook will be back. He's still the IBF welterweight champion of the world. We'll sit down, go away, and he'll be in some big fights in the future in this country.
Final word to you, Kell.
I'll be back. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I'll be back. You know, I get it me all. When you can't continue, you can't. I'll be back. I love everyone here. If you've seen me win or lose, you've still come and supported boxing. Thank you all.
Yeah.